Hi everybody, it's Elaine here for Elaine Does Reiki, coming to you live today from, again, gratefully, back in the beautiful foothills of the Rocky Mountains. Um, yeah, I'm grateful to be back here. I've just spent the past week in the UK having an amazing experience, which I want to share with you, strengthening my own Reiki practice with animals, learning some new techniques and connecting with new animals and new people. But more than that, Kirsty, hey, how you doing? Russ, how are you? More than that, I want to share with you my experience at Remus. But besides my beautiful experience in the UK, it was a little chilly, right, Kirsty? It was a little chilly, it was a little cold, it was a little windy. It was classic UK weather if you've got any kind of preconceptions about what the weather's like in the UK. Yeah, that was it. And I spent all my days outdoors. So I'm very, very grateful to be back in the Rocky Mountains where it is beautiful and sunny and gorgeous, and where I want to share with you. Thanks for the laughter. Thanks for all the laughter. Hey, if you guys can hear me, I'm glad that some folks are watching. Val, Barbara, Russ, Kirsty, thanks for joining me. I want to share with you a little bit about my experience at the Remus Memorial Horse Sanctuary last week, where I went to, not for my personal development in animal Reiki, for a 3-day intensive session, but also just to get a better understanding of what it was like for animals at a rescue, and how shelters, sanctuaries, and rescues function like that, especially a sanctuary that uses hands-off meditation-based animal Reiki. So as everybody is joining in, if you could just hit the little thumbs up button to let me know that you can hear me okay, that'd be awesome. If my message, Pablo, how are you? Hey, it's great to see you. Wow, like what's everybody doing today that we're hanging out online? So I just want to share with you this experience at the Remus Horse Sanctuary. So first of all, the Remus Memorial Horse Sanctuary is in Essex in the UK. So I traveled around the world just to get a deeper sense of Reiki for myself, but also to learn some new techniques that I plan on sharing with folks in an upcoming training. But Sue Burton is the founder of the Remus Memorial Horse Sanctuary, and her staff take in the hardcore cases. The blind horses. We have a horse with one eye. They have horses that are behavior issues, horses that were left on the side of the road to die, beaten, mutilated. Yeah, sorry. We're going to try and keep this without the emotion all tied to it. Horses, animals of all kinds. There were horses, goats, sheep, cows, cats, dogs, any animal that has been abused, mistreated, or neglected, but primarily there were horses that we worked with, and donkeys. Oh, I love the donkeys. And what Sue and her staff do are bring in those cases. She does not turn them away, anybody, and she will not give up on them. Medical treatment, training, Reiki, love, they throw everything they've got at the animals to help them live a more fulfilled life. And what I got to do was go there and share the most amazing space, which I will tell you about a little bit in a second. So I just made myself a couple notes so I wouldn't forget what I was going to tell you. Oh, right. So I went there. For my own personal development. Sue, how are you? We're just talking about the Remus Memorial Horse Sanctuary and the amazing work that you guys do with those horses, and the fantastic experience that I had sharing Reiki there for that 3-day Reiki intensive with Kathleen Prasad. It was Reiki and Animal Reiki 3 training, which I had already been through with Kathleen, but I so wanted to do this at the Remus Horse Sanctuary. I wanted to know what it was like to feel those animals. And what I learned more than anything else was that your beautiful animals were my teachers. They touched my heart in a way that I cannot possibly describe. We go there with the intention of learning Reiki techniques, and what we practice, what Kathleen Prasad has taught me, and what her philosophy is that we let animals lead, and that is the training method that we go with. It is all hands off. It is meditation based, especially with all that those animals have been through, all the neglect that we humans have put onto them. We let them take the lead. We let them decide how they would like to be healed, if they even choose to be healed. And in the end, Allison, how are you? Okay, Allison wants to join. Hang tight. Let's see if I can make this work. Allison, fingers crossed this is going to work, okay? Do you even know that you've asked to join my live video? Here we go. Let's see. Add. Okay, we've just invited Allison to join. who was also there with me at the Remus Memorial Horse Sanctuary. Simone, Mary, thanks for joining us. I'm just hanging tight for a second to see. Pops up, we'll go ahead with that. But what I learned, first of all, what I practice is meditation-based, let animals lead Reiki. And we learn many meditations. We work with all different animals, hands
Hi.
off. Hi, Sid, how are you?
All right, I'm good.
It's good to see you. The light's a little tricky there, but it is so cool. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. I so appreciate it. So what would you like to share with us? What was your experience like there,
It was just
learning
amazing.
Animal Reiki 3?
Yeah, I work with the animals all
What
the time, and just seeing what they do with everybody else was just an absolutely amazing day.
Allison, I have to tell you, it was probably one of the best 3 days of my life. To go there and share with those animals, and you know the experience that I had with the donkeys.
Yeah,
Those donkeys just, I mean, they filled my heart. They came right up to me and let me kneel with them, and they just rested their head on my shoulder. It was one of the most beautiful experiences. Um, Allison, I know you do Reiki at Remus, correct?
yeah,
And there's a group of volunteers that shares Reiki with all of the animals there on a monthly basis.
yes, we do.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, basically, we meet twice a month, and Sue is very kind that she lets us go with the animals to offer Reiki and let the animals lead. And it's something that we're bringing more to the group, so the group can see the philosophy of Kathleen, and we're going to just incorporate it even more so into Remus, so that the people and the animals can get the best experience possible, and we'll go from there and see how it goes.
And that is so in line with what I'm trying to achieve, even with this live stream. It's so beautiful that you jumped on here with me, because what Kathleen, there were 15 of us, I think. There was about 15 in our
Yeah,
course. Allison was one of my course mates. And our mission is to make the world a better place for all of the animals who share our planet. And our mission is for each of us. So that was just a small group of 15. We are like the disciples, right, Allison? We want to go
yeah,
out there and share this message with as many people as we possibly can.
yeah,
Um, and that means, for me, that means working with more sanctuaries. So I've already put out a message to people here in the US, but I'm willing to travel around the world, clearly, to work with sanctuaries, rescues, shelters, anyone who works with these animals that have been abused, mistreated, neglected. We can help with meditation-based Reiki.
yeah.
Um, how many animals do you have there, Allison?
What, at Remus?
Yes,
200 plus. So
200
with
plus.
a mixture of yeah, cows, donkeys,
Right.
the lot, goats, sheep.
Got it.
It as I say, we take more in, so the numbers are always changing slightly. So yeah,
And do some of them get rehomed? Do some of them ever get
they don't.
adopted?
Not
They
normally.
don't.
We keep
Okay,
hold of
so
them
they
because
live
of,
out their days at Remus.
yeah, yes,
Okay,
they do.
beautiful, beautiful. One more thing here. So I'm going to be working with, and I'll share a little bit more information about this below with all the comments below. And thank you guys. Thank you for all the comments. I will respond to everyone. It's kind of hard for me to read them all as they're coming up as Allison and I are talking. Thank you for all the love hearts and for all the thumbs up. It is wonderful. But I will be working with a sanctuary down in Florida on October 13th. So if this is interesting to you, if this is really touching you, on October 13th in St. Augustine, Florida, at a sanctuary called Paul's for Life. It's very similar to Remus, although they're not really a charity, but she takes in, they've probably got over 200 animals as well, between horses, dogs, goats, sheep, cows. I don't know what all they've got down there, but on the same kind of thing. And the reason that we are wanting to work with organizations like yours even closer is because of the expense. Can you tell us a little bit about how much effort it takes to keep that many animals?
Well, it's an amazing effort because we are a charity. We have to do fundraising all the time because we don't get any government help. And so we have open days between May and October on the first Sunday of the month. We've got the last one coming up on the 7th of October, where hopefully we will raise enough money to help us through the winter, to help all the rescued animals and also the ones that Sue goes out to and sees in situ. But we have all sorts of, we do donations, we have direct debits, anything that we can do to actually try and keep the sanctuary running.
Got it. And I think that there's a lot of sanctuaries who are kind of in the same boat where they do
Yeah,
not get any government assistance. So they
no,
rely
that's right.
solely on donations.
Yeah,
It's the same situation here in the US. So what we do, what Allison and I do when we go out to different sanctuaries and work with them, we donate 25% of all student tuition. So if anybody is interested in joining my program and you would like to learn more about this and learn Reiki for animals, so if you're a Reiki practitioner now and you want to add animals to your practice, or you're new to Reiki and you're simply being called by the animals, this could be a way that not only do you get to fulfill your own passion and vocation, but we donate 25% of all student tuition directly to the sanctuary that we're working with, which is a beautiful thing and a beautiful way for us to contribute back. So, Allison, just before I kind of wrap things up here, oh, she's gone. Allison, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing that with us, for sharing with the people who are viewing this live stream exactly what it's like to be at a sanctuary where there's 200 plus animals. Um, so the biggest lesson is that those animals are our teachers. What I learned, they touched my heart. As much as I hope that I touched their heart, they touched mine. They left me with such a feeling of peace and love and contentment and abundance, and it was just a very joyful experience. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to pop them in the comments below. If you're interested in attending the session, remember it's October 13th, St. Augustine, Florida, Halls for Life. It's a one-day course, so it'll just give you like an induction into the basics and the foundation of animal Reiki. But I also offer courses for anyone who's a Reiki practitioner now who wants to add animals. We do all 3 levels of Reiki, focusing on the animal component. I also do very limited, but I also do one-to-one Reiki lessons for anybody who wants to learn Reiki, and Reiki intensives. So let me know. You can find me on my website at elainedoesreiki.com. You can find me here on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can always send me an email if that's your method of communication, elainedoesreiki@gmail.com, or send me a private message. There's that little message button up there. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will be happy to respond to you. I'll pop in all the details actually below about that training on October 13th, as well as some of the future trainings coming up. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day. Reiki, it's for the love of animals. Bye, y'all.